Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I recently got my hands on the new Enhanced Shades that were released on June 1st. So today I wanted to hop on here and do a swatch video with you. We're gonna swatch the new colors, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the gel, about the Enhanced Gel and how I like to use it. I'm gonna flip my camera around and we can go ahead and get started. If you ever have any questions at any point, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to keep my eyes on the phone as I swatch and as I work. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip my camera around. There it is. All right. So these are the new shades of Enhance that were released on June 1st. And we already had Enhanced Pink and Enhanced Clear. Let me show you real quick the Enhanced Pink that we already had in the line. It looks very pink in the jar, but when you swatch it, it basically looks clear on the nail. I have it swatched here for you so you can see. It's literally clear, but it has the slightest tint of pink. So we had clear, pink, and now we have 3 new shades. All the jars that you see from Akzentz that come in these silver jars are hard gels, which means they cannot be soaked off. They all have the diamond strength technology, so they are very durable gels. They can be used for sculpting, for natural nails, overlays, you name it. They're good for all of them. I have a question, the difference between Trinity and Enhance. That's a great question. So Trinity is a 3-in-1 gel. It has base coat included. It's the builder gel and top coat. So it's a one-step gel if you want it to be. Well, while Enhance is just a builder gel, it needs a base coat and it needs a top coat as well. And also Trinity is a little bit more runny than Enhance is. So it's still self-levels. They both self-level beautifully, but Enhance self-levels a little bit slower. So it's a tad bit thicker than Trinity is. So I know a lot of people prefer to work with a gel that's a bit thicker. So for those people, Enhance would be ideal for that. And I will show you here in a minute comparison so you can see how they compare in the jar. I was telling you Enhance needs a base coat. You can use any of the Akzentz base coats with any gel, basically. So these are the base coats that are currently in the Akzentz line. We have Optibond, Adhere, X-Bond, and Luxio base. Any of these bases would work with Enhance, but my favorites are X-Bond and Adhere. This is what I would recommend to use with them. It's personal preference, and they also have slightly different properties, but with these 2 base coats, you can't go wrong with any of the hard gels. So base coat first, and then you'd go in with your gel, with your building layer of gel. All the Akzentz gels are 30-second cure in the Akzentz lamp. However, if they are colored, like these new shades of gel, or if I build structure with them, I like to cure them for at least 60 seconds. That way I'm sure I get a proper cure every time. Okay, let me show you real quick before I swatch the shades, the difference between viscosities in a jar. I think you'll be able to see it on camera, because in the jar you'll be able to see how fast or how slow they self-level. For my gel brush, I always use the Akzentz Oval 111 brush. This is a Kolinsky hair brush. I've had mine for more than 4 years now, and if you take good care of your brushes, they will last you a really long time. So here's Enhance Pink. This is not the new shade. This is an existing shade. But try to see how it self-levels. You can see them. And then let me show you this shade of Trinity. By the time, let me do this one again, even though I just mixed a little bit of Trinity with it. This one is a little bit slower to self-level. I don't know if it was obvious on camera, but if I were to move them both at once, which actually let me do that because I have two gel brushes. Here, let's try again. So you can see Trinity self-levels faster. And when you work with Enhance, it has a thicker viscosity. It feels more like a honey. It doesn't glide as easily as Trinity does. Trinity is my all-time favorite. I love Trinity. I work with it on a daily basis, but I'm excited to have new shades of Enhance too. So let me go ahead and put these back. Can Enhance work well with dual forms, or is Trinity better? I have not tried them with dual forms. I can imagine it working just as well as Trinity. So if you've worked with Trinity with dual forms, I can see Enhance working just as well. It's worth giving it a shot. But I have not tried it personally, so I can't guarantee that. All right. Okay, these are the new Enhanced shades, and I will do a comparison at the end so you can see how they compare to the Trinity shades that we have. Okay, first, so let's start with Soft Pink. This is Enhanced Soft Pink. I have my swatches ready here. This is what Soft Pink looks like. I've stirred mine, so now they have little bubbles in them. Ignore the little bubbles. We have a comment, I doubt Trinity is too runny for dual forms. Yeah, I've seen people use Trinity with dual forms, so I'm sure Enhance would work just as well, but again, I've not tried it, so I can't guarantee. Okay. Okay, this again, this is Enhanced Soft Pink. And I usually do a slip layer. And we have some fuzzies, some lint there. And then I build my layer. I'm gonna take a generous amount because these swatches are pretty big. This is weird for me. I have to look around the phone because I have the phone right in my face. So I can't really see what I'm doing, but get the hang of it. When I work with pigmented gels, I always like to work side to side. Just move the gel side to side to get an even coverage. And then I will switch to a detailer brush, like a small art brush to pull the gel. This is what I do on natural nails as well, to pull it to the sides. Okay, this is the shade Soft Pink. We're gonna cure this. And while we're at this shade, let me show you the shade that is closest to this one. So this, again, Enhance Soft Pink. And the closest shade in Trinity to this shade is Trinity W2. Very close. Trinity is a little bit darker, but these are the closest in shade. If you like Trinity but you wanted more, and I feel like Enhance has a little bit more coverage than Trinity does. Okay, next let's do Cool White. This is the shade that I'm most excited about because we don't currently have a milky white builder gel in the line. We have solid, like, full coverage white for French, but not milky white. So in the jar, it has a blue tint. That's because that helps it have that bright white look. This shade is great for baby boomer for that design, for that look. So this is what I'm most excited about, to be able to do that baby boomer design with this shade. Again, a slip layer. Dana says this is her favorite. I can see why. We really needed a milky white, so I'm excited for this. And we're gonna self-level this one. All right, I think I'm back on. I had a message that I was disconnected due to poor connection, so I hope I'm back on, and I hope that it works fine. All right, there we go. Again, this is Soft White. I mean Cool White, not Soft White. Enhance Cool White. I'll take a little brush to move it around. And there we have it. It has a good coverage, but it's not fully opaque. Finally, a milky white. I used to buy Trinity and make some bright white gel to get that color. Yes! Yes. That's smart though, that you were making your own mix. You're gonna like this one, especially if you like Trinity. Yes. Okay, cool white. So let me show you. I used to use, where is it? Trinity C2 was the closest we had to a milky white, but look how pink it looks close to this shade of white. When it's cured, this shade, this is Trinity C2, it looks almost white. So this was what I was using when I wanted something milky white. But now we actually have a white, so I'm excited about it. Okay, and the last shade we have is Soft Peach. Soft Peach, this is such a pretty shade. Look how cute. And I'll show you how this compares to Trinity as well, because we do have a similar shade to it, but it's not quite the same. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but Enhance is supposed to have the lowest heat spike out of the Performance Hard Gels from Akzentz. All of them do have a heat spike, even though it goes away pretty quickly. Enhance is supposed to have an even lower heat spike. And I actually used Enhance on a client the other day who ripped off her nails, so we just had to do new nails. And usually she knows that when she rips her nails off, it's gonna feel a bit more tender. The heat spike is gonna be a little bit more intense. But actually she was prepared and she was like, oh, this is not as spicy as I remember. I'm like, oh, I'm glad it doesn't feel as hot as usual because we used Enhance. So she said it didn't hurt. And I know gel is not supposed to hurt, but you know, sometimes when you rip your nails off and then you want new nails on, you can feel that heat spike a little bit more than usual. All right. This is Soft Peach. Again, don't be fooled. It looks like a soft peachy pink. Yes, see how it looks in the jar, but look how it looks on the swatch. Very different. So just because it looks this intense in the jar doesn't mean it looks the same swatched. I'm gonna cure that as well. So let me show you the closest shade that we have in Trinity that matches this peachy shade is Trinity W1. Trinity Warm 1. This is how they compare. Enhance is a little bit brighter. And I'll show them to you swatched as well. Because again, in the jar, they look a tad different than they do swatched. All right, here are our enhanced shades. Okay, and here are my swatches. Here they are swatched. So this is Cool White. This is Soft Peach and Soft Pink. Beautiful shades. And again, they can be used for sculpting, natural nail overlay. Absolutely gorgeous. And let me show you swatches. These are the Trinity shades swatched, so you can see how they compare. So the closest Trinity to Soft Pink is W2. And you can see a slight difference there. And then Soft Peach with W1. Very similar, but Trinity W1 is a bit more nude, I would say. And here's where I was telling you that I was using Trinity SC2 instead of a milky white, because see, when it's cured, it looks almost milky white, but Enhanced Cool White is a lot brighter. I'm excited for these shades, and I'm excited to do a baby boomer with these two these two with this one in Trinity. I think it's gonna be a good match. All right. Any questions? Do you have any questions for me about Enhance, about Trinity, about any of the Akzentz products? Any questions I can answer for you before I leave? Okay, there are no questions. I'm gonna flip my camera around one more time. All right, if you don't have any more questions, thank you for joining me. I'm excited to try these new shades of Enhance. I love them already. And I have heard that maybe we're gonna be getting more shades of Trinity too. I'm so excited for it. I'm always excited for new colors, new gels, new everything. You're very welcome. I am very happy to help. I'm excited to swatch new things. I always want to see new things. What base I like to use them with? I like to use Adhere, but also Expand. It depends on the nail plate type that I work with. For more dry nails, I like to use Expand, and for standard normal nails, I use Adhere. So these two base coats is what I use with most of my hard gels, whether it's Enhance, Balance, Trinity. Even under Trinity, I use base coat. Even though Trinity itself has base coat in it, I still like to use a base coat for my peace of mind. I find some clients do better with a base coat under it. Let's see, any other questions I may have missed? I don't think so. Me too, I'm glad. Yes, yay. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Oh, one more question. I can't cure dark blue spectra in a lamp. Is that normal? Do you have the Akzentz lamp? The type of lamp you have matters, is important. Spectra is a very dark pigmented blue. So the light you have is important. Yes, you have the Akzentz lamp. I don't know. I don't know what the issue would be. If your lamp is right, and then if you apply it thinly and you cure it for the recommended amount of time, or even longer. For pigmented colors, I like to cure them for 60 seconds, sometimes even 90, to make sure they're cured well. So I don't know what the issue would be. If the lamp is fine and you do all the things right, I'm not sure why it's not curing. Yeah. Does it wrinkle on you? Is that how you know it doesn't cure, or how does it act? I don't know if you're still with us. No, I tasted on paper. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna do that test as well after I close this live. I'm gonna test my spectra as well to see on paper, to see how it cures on paper versus on a swatch stick. I don't know why else it wouldn't cure, to be honest. I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. Yes, I'll let you know. Okay, now I'm gonna head out. If you have any more questions, please feel free to message me. I'll be happy to answer any Akzentz questions that you might have. Always happy to help. And thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.